And then, so, I went back and, I didn't play it when it was new or anything like that, but I went back, there was a lot of outcry. So I went back and played a little Yoshi's Island, and I don't think that game's good. I just don't think that game's good.
Stand by it.
I have not played it yet. I cannot provide a counter argument. I will continue my silence.
I mechanically, like all that egg throwing shit, it makes for good, like awesome looking speed runs. Fuck that shit. The game looks dumb.
How do you aim that thing? Just D-pad?
You hit the button and then it starts to go up.
Oh, that's
down,
right.
And
It kind of oscillates.
It's.
I always thought that felt out of place in a platformer.
Yeah. It's just never controlled right. And all their dumb digitized sound effects.
Monsters.
Like it just sounds like garbage. It's like you think about like Mario game music and all this kind of like.
Yeah, like the wah wah.
Yeah,
the good stuff.
No, the good old Mario motherfucker.
Well, now you know where it started.
Right, yeah, this is where it went bad for them.
This was their turning point.
This was, in fact, the beginning of the end.
Yoshi's Island is the Sonic 3 of Mario games, where they redrew Sonic, and it was like, why does this look like shit? Same thing. They redrew, like, the style of it changed, like Yoshi with all just, like, cartoony. I don't like anything about
just
the way
like in the
that
gameplay. One thing, just like in the art, is just
top to bottom,
not defensible.
And I didn't play it when it was new. It was a real late model SNES game, so I was probably already like, whatever, PlayStation's coming out, who cares? So maybe if I had played it back then, I would have had different expectations and would have felt differently about it. But this is coming to it, years, some might say decades later. What the fuck are you people thinking? Fuck that game.
It's also not called Super Mario World 2 in Japan.
That's true, but so
I'm just saying that that is not a valid argument.
Fuck NOA marketing on that stuff. Like that's that's
Howard
on them.
Lincoln. What were you doing?
That's on them.
I think he was probably there then, right?
Yeah.
No one in this room is in a position to say fuck Howard Lincoln. So
yeah, also yeah.
Regardless of whatever decisions got made under his watch.
That's right. He'll come find you.
It's a Nestor.
I never really had anything against that game.
That's Howard Phillips.
That's right.
The degree of the outcry since last week makes me want to side with you.
Like they're pushing you away.
That's a good way to determine your taste. That's a really great way to determine your taste.
I played it. I gave it a chance.
From what I have played of it, I currently do not understand how anyone could feel this passionately in favor of that game.
I will.
From a mechanical
genuinely agree with you on that.
You feel pretty. So do you feel passionately against it being a decent game, or do you feel passionately against the passion?
I just kind of played it out of the blue because I remember kind of writing it off a long time ago, and I was like, what's up with this, and went back to it and was like, man, what? Why would they come to? Why would this be the conclusion they come to, coming out of these other Mario games? And I guess when you don't call it Super Mario World anywhere in any other territory, then maybe their mandate was not make the next Mario game. Which probably cuts them some slack on that stuff. But I just look at it and just go like, this is, I just don't think that's a very good platformer. And then to have like this huge outcry of people going like, you're fucking crazy, that game's the best. Like, no, it's not.
It's really unfortunate that when this first bit happened, and then I had to leave for 6 days, not be able to play this game. I can't say.
Well, this continues. I think there's
ongoing saga. I will play this game.
Yeah, we can maybe
not settle.
Record you playing it, and then maybe I'll play some of it.
At least have all positions expressed.
Be proper journalists. You want get both sides of the story.
Exactly.
I played like the first level and a half.
We play. You decide
of that GBA version.
Now you're talking.
Remember the 3DS Ambassador release?
Yeah,
yeah. Played a little bit of that one when it came out. Like one level. It's like, all right, good.
Yeah,
that's a lot of the game. Yeah, it's usually a good way to.
Just wasn't doing it for me.
Usually a good way.
Hey, man, grasp at straws all you want. I know what I like.
Let me ask you this.
All right.
So if you would you appreciate not necessarily the final product of Yoshi's Island, but the hard left turn they took after Super Mario World to say, let's try something different instead of making Super Mario World over and over again, kind of like Super Mario
Same
Brothers.
man that doesn't like Majora's Mask doesn't like Yoshi's Island.
Like, would you rather than
maybe Nintendo's just bad at taking left turns in their products? I mean,
but like, would you? My question is like, would you do you appreciate them at least trying something different and being like, yeah, New Super Mario Brothers is cool. Let's make 4 more of those.
Yeah, I think if you look at it in that context,
I mean, like, we tried.
Okay,
maybe.
Well, they tried, and they
some people are gonna like it. Some people aren't.
They didn't nail it.
Right.
They really.
So, like, good for them for at least being like, this is radically different than something else,
Well,
instead of just
I will give
going
you that.
back
You
to
know what is a great game? Super Mario Brothers 2.
Yeah,
Like,
it's real easy.
Yeah,
but that doesn't even necessarily.
It's a great
Like,
concept.
calling it Super Mario Brothers 2 is disingenuous. It's another platformer.
Well, whatever.
I'm just saying that doesn't count as a Mario game.
The point is, doesn't it?
It's a marketing thing. It doesn't count as a Mario game. It's Doki Doki Panic.
Nintendo might disagree with you.
Well, sure.
Considering it's been retconned into the pantheon now.
I know. I'm just, but like, if we're talking about it, like, in terms of like,
even Yoshi's Island has Mario 2 enemies in it, right?
Yeah.
And it's got Shy Guys and stuff.
Our Mario 2 came out as Super Mario USA over there, didn't it?
Yep.
Retroactively. So it's been out in every territory as a Mario game.
We're talking about like when it was developed. The mandate the developers were given is like you have to put all the ways that the marketing machinations.
Its origins don't matter. The point is they took a left turn with that one and were successful. They just they can't all be winners. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, you could make the case they took a left turn with Wario when they went from the Wario Land stuff into WarioWare or something like that. They've had
both those games.
I guess even Wario's kind of a left turn from the Mario stuff in its own weird way.
Yeah, I like Nintendo, like, succeed or fail when they're trying stuff that's different. When they're at least being like,
they could be way more exploitative than they are.
Well, and sometimes it seems like recently they've been playing it a little safe, right? So like I do like it when they're like, check out this crazy art style in this thing. This is like, this team developed this, and it's we put Super Mario labels on it, but like it could have been anything, but hey, we're gonna try something different. So like I'll give them that over the kind of like, come on, do like more new Super Mario Brothers.
Like,
I mean,
it's another new Super Mario Brothers game. Like nah.
Even if it were like a new Super Mario Brothers with a completely different art style and mechanic, and it was like suddenly totally different, and be like, well, we needed the new Super Mario Brothers name to sell this thing, otherwise it wouldn't get sold. And that I would appreciate more than just kind of, I don't know, it's the same thing you played. It's got more levels in it,
right?
So
the Loster levels. Yeah, you're right about that.
But there's whatever. There is no sweeping like always make original stuff or always make the thing like the last thing. Like none of this is like, well, that's the solution to fix all of our problems. Right. It is just sometimes games are better than others.
It's almost
regardless
as if
of where the inspiration is coming from, and sometimes it's a marketing gimmick, and sometimes it's a soulful fucking love letter, and sometimes one works and the other doesn't.
It's almost as if every game is different and should be judged on its own merits.
I mean, I give a fuck about your intent, like kind of the end of the day, the game and how you experience it, and your experience is going to be informed by if you'd played it originally when it came out, or played it 15 years later with all this other information at your disposal, and also your other experiences informing how you feel about games. So